All right, let's talk about the SUV that has absolutely taken over the Indian market. Today, we're doing a deep dive on the 2026 Mahindra Scorpio N, or as pretty much everyone calls it, the Big Daddy. Hey, but before we really get into it, just a super quick favor. We are pushing hard to get to 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, every single click helps us get there. So if you like what we do here, please just take a second and hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Thanks. Okay, so you've seen the ads, you've heard the hype. But we're going to flip the script today. Instead of starting with all the good stuff, let's get real. What are the actual day-to-day compromises you have to live with if you own a Scorpio N? Right, let's just get straight to it. This is the stuff the sales brochure won't tell you. We're talking about the real-world issues, the things you absolutely need to know before you get your heart set on one. It's not about being negative, it's just about being smart. First things first, that third row. Yes, it's technically a 7-seater, but let's be honest, that last row is really meant for kids. If you try to fit adults back there for anything more than a quick trip across town, they're not going to be happy. The knee room is just not there. And then there's this number, 8. That's the real-world mileage, kilometers per liter, that owners are getting from the big turbo petrol engine in bumper-to-bumper city traffic. That awesome performance? Yeah, it's thirsty. You're definitely going to feel it at the pump. And finally, even now, you can't just walk into a showroom and drive one off the lot. The demand for the top Z8 and Z8L models is still through the roof. We're talking a waiting period of 2, sometimes 3 months in a lot of places. So yeah, the hype is real, but so is the wait time. So let's recap. The third row is cramped. The petrol engine drinks fuel like there's no tomorrow, and you might have to wait months to get one. So you have to ask the big question. How on earth is this thing still flying off the shelves and dominating sales charts? Well, the answer isn't just in the car itself, it's in Mahindra's absolutely brilliant strategy. They didn't just build an SUV, they crafted a perfect formula to completely shake up the market. Let's break down exactly how they pulled it off. Okay, this chart tells the whole story. Just look at the price of the Scorpio N compared to a Fortuner. You're getting the same tough-as-nails ladder frame foundation for almost half the cost. And then you look at its other rivals like the Safari. They can't touch its genuine off-road capability. The Scorpio N just slides right into this perfect gap in the market. And they knew exactly who they were selling to. They targeted 2 main groups of people. First, you've got the families moving up from smaller SUVs who crave that massive road presence. And second, you've got the serious off-road guys who want real 4x4 capability but are tired of old-school bare-bones interiors. It's just genius marketing. So we know the strategy is spot on, but does the car have the muscle to back it up? Oh yeah. Let's get under the hood and look at the engineering that makes the Big Daddy a true beast. You get 2 killer engine options. The mStallion Petrol is a monster with 200 horsepower. It's all about raw performance. But then you have the legendary mHawk diesel, which is an absolute torque machine, churning out 400 Newton meters. That's what you want for cruising on the highway or pulling heavy loads. And to give you an idea of what that petrol engine can do, 7.3 seconds. That's the claimed 0 to 100 time. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This huge ladder frame SUV is faster off the line than a lot of sedans. It's like a gangster in a tuxedo. But it's not just a straight-line bruiser. The 4Explorer system is the brains of its off-road operation. You just turn a dial to pick your terrain, and the computer does the rest. But this isn't some soft rotor AWD system. It's backed by serious hardware, like a mechanical locking diff and a proper 4-low transfer case. This is the real deal. Now, this is where things get really, really clever. Normally, a big SUV like this would feel bouncy and unsettled, but Mahindra threw some serious tech at the problem. They used things like a Pentalink suspension with a Watts linkage and special dampers to control the ride. The result? It's way more comfortable and stable on the road than it has any right to be. So you'd think with all this success, Mahindra would just sit back and relax, right? Not a chance. For 2026, they rolled out a facelift packed with tech upgrades, basically giving customers everything they'd been asking for. And just look at this list. They added a huge panoramic sunroof, a proper ADAS safety suite, ventilated seats for those hot days, and the big one, a much-needed larger 10.25-inch touchscreen with a killer Sony sound system. These updates are a direct challenge to its more premium-feeling rivals. Okay, so we've looked at the negatives, the winning strategy, the incredible engineering, and the latest tech. So what's the bottom line? Where does the Scorpio N really stand today?
I think this quote from the experts just nails it. People used to see the Scorpio as a cheaper alternative to something else. Not anymore. Now the Scorpio N is the benchmark. It's the one everyone else has to try and beat.
And this is its winning formula right here. It gives you that authentic, tough, go-anywhere SUV feel that people love, but it wraps it all in a modern package with good tech and at a price that makes the competition look way too expensive.
So that brings us to the final question. When you add up the road presence, the power, the all-terrain ability, and now all these premium features, you really have to wonder, has Mahindra finally cracked the code and built the perfect, unbeatable SUV for India? What do you think?